Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Meena. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you're doing well today. Today we are going to talk about ICO LoopX. LoopX has sold out its Christmas token already, and they are going to start selling their pre-ICO in 1 day, 12 hours. So this ICO is not new. I know about this ICO from the beginning of December and definitely more than 3 weeks. Now, let's look at the website quickly. So this is a website. You can see that they said that 7 million tokens are still available. They have a roadmap, they have a token distribution, they have a chart here, and then FAQ. And they have a link for the white paper. This ICO had a very low hype initially. So I'm going to tell you why this looked way too sketchy. I did test the platform, I did everything, so I'm going to tell you what I found. So this is the website. This website is just a splash screen. Technically, there is nothing amazing or anything about it. If you log in, the back end will look like this. All right, you can see I don't have any promotion. I didn't do anything. So this is my back end. This is my account, and that's it. They have this update hanging on for a long time soon before pre-ICO. Stay tuned. So they have this thing on. They didn't have a white paper first time I looked at it. Now they do have a white paper. They started their pre-sale as an afterthought. The Christmas sales as an afterthought. They didn't want to do it. All of a sudden they decided to do it because on the website they don't have that much information about Christmas sale. They decided to do it. A lot of people jumped into it because it was like a cheaper token. 35 cents is relatively cheaper compared to the other ICOs. The website itself had so many issues. The last time I looked at it, the prices of the coins were incorrect. And they have a different pricing on their for their coins versus what on the white paper. So it was a kind of mess. They kind of cleaned it up after some reviews and everything. I reached out to them several times to ask in the beginning of December to ask about several questions about their website and thing. They didn't respond to me, so definitely their support doesn't bother, especially in the beginning. And this was before the holiday season, so I don't think they were very busy at that time because yeah, they weren't busy. Pretty sure. Let's look at the Facebook. So Facebook had 313 people. This have 675. Very low hype. Not much going on. Even with the Christmas sale and everything. Recently they have started promoting with some YouTuber a lot, but you can see there was no hype on social media, but they haven't bought any users or fans, so that's a good thing too. Here they started the Bitcoin talk page, and somebody came in to ask a couple of questions. These questions were copied from, I believe, Mike. But anyway, somebody came in and asked questions, and instead of replying, look at this one. Question was asked on December 19th, and instead of replying back, well, that never happened. The original poster never responded to the question, and I believe they were okay questions. I mean, if you are on a Bitcoin talk, you have to answer the questions. So that is one why you would not answer very okay question. Okay, anyway, let's look at their white paper. I do my research. I looked at it in depth, so I'm not going to bore you with all the tiny detail, but I'm just going to tell you this. They're talking about all the fluff. This is all the fluff in their white paper. Everybody talk about this thing. The crypto market is amazing. They have a bot. They didn't even talk about what kind of a bot they have. Until very recently in an interview, they said they have an arbitrage bot. They didn't even explain how does it do, what exchanges they are on, what currency pair it is exchanging. I mean, this kind of a very, very high level detail will be good, but there's nothing about that. Alright, so here are the key points. So you see here, they mentioned their Christmas sale, pre-ICO. Here, they have the same thing again. Token name, abbreviation, token supply. They just talk about it in a little bit 2 pages above, and they talk about it. Just filling the pages. Again, they're talking about the Christmas sale, pre-ICO, and round one. They just talked about here, and look at this one. They're talking about it here. They missed the Christmas part here because they just copied it from their website. So they just filled up pages with the redundant information. That is like so unprofessional. They don't even know what the information is. Like a couple of people worked on it. They don't even check what is in it already and what is to be filled. This information, follow us, is on the top of the page in the beginning too. So this information is redundant on page 3 and the last page is redundant. This information is totally fluff. Nothing about the board, nothing about the team, nothing about how they're doing, what is special. Just like they only talk about one point, that instead of paying you daily, they will be paying weekly because that's how it will be more convenient for you. I don't understand how it is more convenient. Give me money every hour, even if it's up to me if I wanted to withdraw it or not. That should be fine. Why it has to be a week, and how come it is better? I mean, the argument itself doesn't make sense to me. Maybe you can explain it. Okay, that was not all. The final thing that I want to talk about is they have a token supply of 10 million. And let's look at their FAQs quickly. And they are going to sell 8.2 million in ICO. So they are selling 82% of the coin in ICO. So what are they saving the other coins for? Literally, they are selling everything in the ICO. Everything, right? So they will not have any power to stop a whale from dumping or controlling the price. They don't talk about anything like how they're going to control the price. What are the price target? At least I don't see it here. Here's their roadmap. You don't see the price targets here. And the most amazing thing they said, they started their trading algorithm in February 2017, but there's nothing after that. They didn't even put the Christmas launch here because that was afterthought, as I explained. They're going to release their wallet, because this is a staking coin, in May 2018. That is like so far away. What are they doing here? I mean, like, there's nothing. They didn't even mention what exchanges they will be going on. And just like that, in the end, they mentioned, oh, they will have a debit card. Never mentioned in the white paper. Never mentioned what is more. Like, what are the plans? A white paper is the place to discuss it, and especially they took a while to add a white paper. So what is stopping it? Alright, so they have this page, financial analytics, with no description or whatever thought or how they are going to achieve it. They just put a graph here like that. The price go will $60 by, oh, no, not $60, $50 by May 2018. So they do have a price prediction thing, but this active user, how they're going to get it, what are the plans, they didn't talk about. It's just a graph, and I can create similar graphs. Okay, let's look at the FAQs quickly. The FAQs have been fixed recently, and look at this one. Why should I invest in the LoopX? This should be important if you are investing. A lending project is usually considered risky. Any person who would like to participate needs to understand the risk. Fair enough. However, LoopX has most trustworthy team and advisor in the project and experience in the financial sector. Guys, I have just shown you the white paper. I have shown you the website. Where did you see the team? How do you know they're trustworthy? They haven't even showed the name, where they're from, how many members. How are they trustworthy? What is transparent in this whole thing? I don't know. I definitely don't think that it makes sense. And recently I found out that they have just changed their whole ICO thinking. They open up a private sale from somebody, and they're also allowing maximum number of tokens to be purchased to be increased. I believe that's not what you do when you're a business, because that's not fair. But anyway, everything that looks good is usually not good. So I'm going to stop here and let you decide. Look at the coin supply, look at how many they're selling, look at what they have done. They decided to launch their project according to roadmap in what, 8 months ago, and they still don't have a website that is ready with a wallet, internal exchange, any kind of screenshot, any kind of information from what exchanges they will be on. What were they doing from this to this period? They don't have any link to GitHub. They don't have any dedicated service. They're not on a dedicated server. You can already see that here. They have 541 websites already hosted on this server, and the domain was bought for 1 year from Namecheap. So there you have all. You would be guessing, right? Because pre-sale or Christmas sale was afterthought. Anyway, so this one definitely off my chart. I just want to save you a bunch of time, bunch of money. But it is up to you. I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot stop you from investing in something, but I can just tell you, I did my research. I showed you what I know. It is up to you what you do with this information. Just because it looks a little bit cheaper and it doesn't make sense for me to jump. I did talk about it in my channel. I told a lot of people not to go in AdConnect. I told people not to buy into Bitbase. I told people not to go into Western. Look, I'm not telling that I'm always right, but if I'm right about a few things, you need to listen to me, at least, with a little grain of salt, at least. Anyway, I wish you happy investing, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.